Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I don't know if is the coffee shop background noise bad?
I can't hear it at all.
Awesome. Amazing.
So
Let's
you're out
see.
for a trip, huh?
What's that?
You're going on a trip?
Yeah, we're driving to 20 hours to Portland. So it's like I love driving, so
Ugh.
I think it'll be okay. Um, we've got like movies, videos downloaded for Quincy. We don't let him watch much. So I think like if we give him a phone and video with like stupid videos, like somebody play like adults playing with toy trucks or like have millions of views on YouTube. And like, but if we give him one of those, we'll be good for 2 hours.
20 hours in a car. Sound like,
Uh-huh, yeah. I mean, through Montana, I don't think, we won't go to Coeur d'Alene, but it'll be like a beautiful drive.
hmm,
So, and we're stopping halfway, so it'll be okay.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Um, let's see. How are you doing? I can pop open your calendar here. You got in 10 and a half last Saturday.
Yep.
How's the strength work been going? The back is doing okay?
Yeah, the back is fine, thankfully. Yeah.
Yeah. So you decided to go do some deadlifts. And
Decided that pretty dumb.
yeah,
Pretty dumb. Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
I got to find a
It's
way to
so
strengthen the back and maybe ease into that kind of stuff, but it was just
mhm,
too much too soon. So,
yeah. And so like, when you say strength in the back and whatnot, like what are your expectations? Like with me, I'm just doing core bracing, the McGill work 2 times weekly. And once or twice a week, I do a weighted core routine. Like that's like I don't need to be picking up 150 pounds of weight doing deadlifts. I'm picking up 35-pound toddler, moving a garbage once in a while, stuff like that. So I'm
right.
just curious, like, what are your expectations? Why do you think you need to be doing something like that?
I think I need to do it because what I've also read is that I'm now in another, um, what should I say, section of my life
Mhm.
where I'm 60 now. So
Mhm.
muscle mass is lost. More muscle mass is lost. So if I'm not keeping up with the game, I feel like I'm going to be in a situation like when I'm older, like my mom, who has a hard time getting off the couch
Yep.
or
Yep.
pushing herself out of a chair or what have you. So
Mhm.
that's why I decided that I need to do a little bit more extra. Um,
Mhm.
I also think, of course, it will help running in some way, but I have a terrible core
Mhm.
and I need to strengthen that in my back, and I know that. And I know that will only help in running as well. So
Yeah.
it's really a byproduct, but um, that's why I'm kind of concentrating more on strength training a little bit. So,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
not to the detriment of my running where it shut me down for a week. That was just stupidity. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyways,
And
I'm
so
being more
the
cautious.
and I think are you doing push? You did pull upper body, so you're doing kind of like a push pull rotation.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
That's a really great
Yeah.
rotation to get
Yeah.
into. And so, the one thing I'll say, like you did lower body yesterday, is like as long
Uh-huh.
as you don't do lower body the day before a long run, or like next Tuesday you have a little bit of a tempo run, don't do it the day before, something like
Yeah.
that. But otherwise, like, if you're good with doing strength work 5, 6 days a week, heck yeah, like go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Um, Generally, the more the merrier with something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and if you need any more guidance or support with that, but like so far over the last few weeks, like you've been doing it and it's been great.
Yep, and When I was doing it at home, I'm going to the gym now, so it's $10, it's cheap.
Oh, yeah.
But now that I've committed, it's like, wait a minute, you're putting money out,
Mhm.
but you need to make sure you're going and taking advantage of this. And I think going there is actually helping me be more diligent about actually doing it. So
Oh, for sure. And like,
yeah,
it's different with everybody. Cause like with me, like, I don't want to have to go to the gym and do that. But there is something to say, like with my wife, like she does way more yoga if she has a membership. So she goes. And so it's kind of the same, I think, mentality with you. It's like you're paying a little bit and
yeah,
it's a destination to go to, and you're in that zone when you're there.
yeah. And I've been very intimidated to be in the gym. So this time I said, suck it up, stop being stupid. And actually now I kind of watch other people too, how they're doing the exercises. And so,
Mhm.
for the machine. So I'm mostly doing machines, but eventually we'll go to free weights because I think that'll even be better because um, I'm not having something assist me in lifting the weight or push the weight or pull the weight. I
Yes.
just think it'll help more muscle wise. But for now I'm learning. So
Mhm.
uh, and I'm being cautious on technique. I see some people do some crazy stuff in the gym. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that. That's got to be crazy. But I also watch videos to make sure I do have proper form. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to be smart in that as well. So
Yeah. And like using the machines, it's hard to get hurt. Well,
yeah,
with improper form on the machines. And so, they do make you stronger. And so,
yeah,
as you can definitely ease into moving into the dumbbell section,
yeah,
I think that would be uh, slow talk, like slowly, will
right.
be worth it. Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm just
Cool.
gonna move forward with it.
Yeah. How
Or
are you feeling
diet.
about your How are you feeling about your long runs and everything recently? I
You know,
guess.
I'm fe I'm feeling good. I kind of like that you switched to you're gonna run 2.5 hours as opposed to you're
Mhm.
gonna 8 miles because I think sometimes I get in my head with the distance.
Mhm.
Where for whatever reason, I don't look at, oh, I gotta run 2.5 hours and I go, ugh, because it's like, I don't know, it doesn't play in my head like you gotta run 13 miles tomorrow. So
Yeah.
not
And
as anxious.
I find I run easier when I run by time versus distance. And so that helps me. I don't do I don't do time with my long runs, but I do it with my easy runs. And
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
um, I don't know how Mike feels about that, but
Uh,
I'd be curious what he thinks.
I like mileage on long runs for
Mhm.
me, and I'm with you, Kyle, because I know at first I was doing mileage on shorter runs, and you race them. You race the easy runs sometimes. It's just easy to just like I got 4 miles. Okay, well let's get it done quick. And time you're out there for this a certain amount of time. Can't race time. Time wins, right? So
Mhm.
Mhm.
on that
Yeah.
one, I agree. I do like
And it's
miles on
like
the long runs. So
it's weird. It's like you said, Mike. I'm not gonna finish any faster if I'm running for an hour.
right,
And so for some reason that helps me slow down. And it's like I'll even sometimes take a hillier route. It's like I don't have to run as far if I run for
Mhm.
an hour on a hillier route. And
Right.
and then I might walk some of those steeper inclines, especially if
Mhm.
I'm pushing Quincy. And so it's like I'm in a way I'm kind of taking the easy way. It's like I have to run less distance. But
right.
I don't know, it's just weird how that works.
I think for me, with the longer runs, just doing it by time and not by miles. I have a hard time taking a slow pace, and I recognize that this 2.5 hours is meant to help build endurance or help to build time on my legs
Mhm.
for the coming marathons. So it's kind of why I like it that way for long runs because in that I'm really I'm not trying to get as many miles. Maybe I am, but I'm trying to get time on my legs.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And so we've got two more 2.5 hour long runs in
Mhm.
there for you. If you want to go a little further,
Yeah.
we'll probably that would be a okay.
Okay.
Um, where are we? We're under 2 months, coming up under 2 months to Berlin. So
Oh, God, yeah.
we'll be running 3 to 4 hours. For the long,
Yeah.
like if you like 3 hours in
Hmm.
to 3.5 to 4.
Yeah.
So if you feel good during a 2.5 hour and you want to do an extra 1 or 2 miles, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, go for it. And that will just kind of expedite the lengthening of the long runs a little bit. We'll probably, like, there's no reason to run longer than 4 hours. So just an
Well,
FYI on that.
my last run was scheduled for 2 hours, but I ended up going like 2:16 or something just because I was
Yeah.
feeling good. I was in a good
Yeah.
mindset. The environment around me was just like feeding me endorphins too. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go a little further.
Yeah,
And
go for it.
yeah,
I'm
so
glad you
I
did.
did. So
What's your so last thing, I don't know if Mike has anything he wants to chat about, but I wanted maybe for both of you, the topic of long run fueling um
mhm.
is pertinent for everybody in this group right now. And so what are you doing, Anthony, for your fueling during your long runs?
So the last two runs I did two different things. Before I go out, I always have the typical bagel peanut butter with banana. And I
Mm-hmm.
try to get in at least 16 ounces of water
Mm-hmm.
beforehand. And I bring water with me, of course. So the one time I was using the Martine, and every 20 to 30
Mm-hmm.
minutes I was taking a gel. And which is fine, but it sometimes that gets me a little bit in the stomach, you know. Um, I just get I don't know what the feeling is. So this last time I used UCAN,
Okay.
which was the taste for me was just horrible. But
Mm.
and I went by what they said because I was doing the 2 hour run. It said do one beforehand and then another one an hour later. So that's what I did. Probably wasn't enough fuel,
Mm-hmm.
especially because it was a very humid day. But I did make sure I got in plenty of water. So
Yeah, cool. Um, I don't know if Mike wasn't, Anthony, I'm not sure if you were on the call. I don't know if it was this week or last week. It was this week where I talked about Feed has, I don't know how new it is, a newer um, high carb drink mix. And I just got some, I haven't used it yet, but it's like maybe less than half the price of Martin
oh,
that you're using. So it's extremely affordable.
okay.
It's even cheaper than Tailwind. I compared the Tailwind. It's even cheaper and it has more carbs and it has more electrolytes in it than the Tailwind does, which is another popular option. And
What did you
so
say the name of it was?
it's just called high carb drink mix, is what they call it. Uh,
Okay.
and it's from the Feed, and it's $20 shipped, delivered to your
Oh,
house for 30 servings. So extremely affordable. When Martin is probably 3 times that, I would
yeah,
say.
it's like
Hmm.
$4 and something a packet. And
Yeah.
what I liked about it is the taste isn't terrible, but you don't
Yep.
have to chase it with water, which
Yeah.
is kind of nice.
Mhm.
So I don't know, this new one you're talking about, do you have to chase that with water?
I don't know. It's not a gel. It's a drink mix.
Oh, a
So
drink mix. Okay.
yeah. So I don't. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna I'm so I'm just doing a couple half marathons this fall. So different than what you guys are doing. But
Yeah.
what I'm planning on doing is trying it heavily concentrated in a small handheld just to sip
Mm.
on for 10 to 13 miles.
Oh, I see.
Um, but it's glucose and fructose, so it's designed to let you take in 200, 300 calories per hour. Kind of like the Martin. So if you guys want to try it, I would suggest it. Based on the price, I think that's what they're going for. Is they're trying to they made an ultra affordable high carb drink option to Martin Science and Sport. So they're not gels, which I'm bummed about, but it could be a good option to just bring into the mix.
Here, I'll look at it.
Yeah. Um, But yeah, Mike, you got anything you wanted to chat about? I got 10 minutes before I need to jump on a call with Shannon.
Yeah, just a quick question about tomorrow's long run is 16 and it had 13 with easy of course and then 3 moderate fast finish progression run. So I've done something similar to that in the past where I've done like a fast mile at the end of a long run. So we're
Yeah.
talking about I'm usually finishing doing these longer ones in 10:45 to 11:15
Mhm.
range. We're talking about like dropping down to marathon pace around 9 or
Yeah.
so.
So, I've historically never been able to, it's so weird. I hate doing these sometimes because I've never been able to hit marathon pace during progression runs
It
like this, but
will be
somehow
hard.
I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't expect that, but somehow I do it for 26 miles during my marathon, but
Yes.
I can't, but I can't do it for 3 miles at the end of a 16 miler. I don't know. So, I just look at it purely by effort. I don't even care about the pace. I've even like training for Boston, for example. I even intentionally did the last 1 to 5 miles hard on hills. So the pace would try to
Right.
I would take the route home. I would detour to take the hillier route home. So like the pace doesn't even matters even less because I'm on hills for it.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
it's more just about like, oh, I'm running easy for 13 miles. I'm just gonna run not easy, like a little hard. It can even just be like even just like 15 seconds per mile faster. Well, easy from a jog to a moderate sprint.
Yeah, my plan was to start out with 3 easy here in my loop, which is right here, walk out the door. It's not, I mean, that's where I do that up and down hill thing. So I have, it's just, we're not sharp hills, but there's nothing flat around here. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
gently rolling hills everywhere here. So there's nothing flat unless you want to go to a parking lot somewhere or something. But um, take the first 3 easy on that and go run into the park and back, which I'll eat up 10 miles there and then hit the last 3 here on the loops again, 3 1 mile loops around. So I get some, downhill, uphill, a little bit of flat. It's a little bit of everything you're going to find on any course that you're going to do,
Yeah.
road or anything like that. But since the races, the goal race is kind of it's different for me. For 100 to be flat-ish and paved-ish, I guess, what you would say on a towpath. So trying to keep the longer runs on the road this time, if at all possible. Like last time I went into the park, went into the grass some though.
Yeah.
It's nice to do from time to time and or on the trail. But I'm leaving it there. So I think it's what I'm going to do tomorrow, and I'll bring it here. So I'll be here and just do the loop, 3 1 mile loops to finish it and
Yeah.
adjust as needed there. So
Yeah. And like I said, like they can just be like just slightly faster or um and it's nice that you're doing it on if you can find something a little rolling, then that's a good option as well. Want to mix it up a bit. Um you when speaking of the terrain you're running on, um I wonder because it's like the 100 I did is like on a rails trail. I think it sounds pretty similar, like gravel
y-
type. Like, do you
yes,
ever get?
yeah,
I can't. Some people, I don't think I did, but put gaiters on your shoes to prevent rocks from getting in.
yeah. I've considered that because I know because Burning River runs on some of this towpath as well, which is this weekend, and I'm missing that badly. I really wish I was up there,
Mm.
but it's on that as well. So and a lot of it, like 75% of it, will be on that type, 75 to
Mhm.
80%, and then the rest of it, I think, some asphalt. But that is something I am considering getting between now and October 11th to
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, because I don't think I wore gaiters, but it's definitely like it's just sometimes I look at it as like it's just something else that can tape.
yeah.
Well, it's like, I don't know if I would deal with that. Like if I get a rock in my shoe once, like if I get 2 rocks in my shoes over 100 miles, like I'll just take it out, whatever.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna stop. You're gonna take it out. Absolutely.
yeah, but it's like I don't know, it's like putting something else on my feet is just something else that can bother me and chase. So I'm not sure, but it's something that I'm glad you thought of it because it's something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's all I had really was just so the
Yeah.
pacing on that. And seeing what kind of just to make sure, kind of confirm pacing on that long run tomorrow. So feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. The pace doesn't matter. It's about effort.
Right.
And so I'm glad you asked. Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Either of you have anything else quick?
Don't think so.
Cool.
No, I'm
Well, I'm
good.
glad you guys popped in.
Yeah.
And Shannon will be around for the rest of the week, but we're pet sitting in Portland, so I'm not promising much. But don't hesitate to text either of us
You're fine.
if you have any questions or anything like that.
Are you gonna have to deal with any bears in Portland?
I don't think so. Are there bears in Portland?
I don't know. I dog sat in the hills of North Carolina and ran into a bear twice. And
Oh yeah.
I thought, great, I'm going to get this dog eaten before they even get home. And,
There was actually a bear was videotaped passing through South Dakota a few weeks ago, probably on its way to like northern Minnesota or something like that.
Yeah.
I know they pass through, and once or twice a summer bears spotted, but they don't stick around. But I don't know if there's any bears. We're in the town, so we're in the city, so we won't see any bears there. Um, but we had sat a pig once in Seattle for a couple weeks, and so that was an interesting couple weeks.
I can imagine.
Yeah. All right, guys. It was good to see you, and
You too.
enjoy
Safe
your long
travel.
runs this weekend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. See you, Anthony.
Ciao.